Okay, let's fucking go. Hisui in this video game. She's a fairly mobile character. She has a very fast dash, fast air back dash, fast air forward dash. She's kind of she's kind of a non-standard zoner character that is also a pressure monster. So she can play this kind of back and forth neutral game where at a mid-screen range she can kind of bully you into kind of letting her go in. So she can definitely kind of play keep away and rush down at the same time. She's a set play monster, she's a tech trap monster, she's pretty nice. Her biggest strengths are that, well, okay, so let's go kind of through her tools and buttons and then kind of analyze the strengths and weaknesses of them and all that stuff. So ground buttons. She has a tied for the fastest 5A and 2A. So, oh, first of all, the notation that I will be using. Here it is. Mizumi Wiki has the startup that does not include the first active frame. When I'm gonna be calling out startups and stuff, I'm going to be including the first active frame. So this button, for instance, is not 3-frame startup. It's like the first active frame is at 4 frames. So to me, this is a 4-frame jab. So this is the notation I'm going to be using. It's going to be different from Mizumi by like 1 frame, but that's how it's going to be. So Hisui jabs, tied for fastest in the game at 4 frames, both of them, which is always nice to have. Good range on both of them also, although deceptively low range on the 2A. I'm going to be using Mizumi mostly for hitboxes and frame data because whoever plays Hisui there either does not fully play Hisui or plays Hisui in a very different way than me, so anyway, yeah, tied for fastest in the game. Let me crouch this. Her 5A whiffs on crouching opponents. Her 2A of course does not. You might think that a 5A whiffing on crouching opponents is bad, but it's actually amazing, and I'll talk about why later, but it's interesting to note that in this game... can I make a... Yeah, recovering. Okay. So she's gonna do a recovery. It's interesting to note that the 5A that is going to whiff on crouchers actually hits 2As, because a 2A in this game increases your hurt box like vertically. If we go back to Mizumi, you can see this. You can see kind of a 2B is kind of low compared to her push box. Can you see? Yeah, her 2B, you know, the hurt box is kind of low in relation to her push box. In 2A, it's pushed up, I guess, to kind of prevent 2As from anti-airing or being good in those scenarios, or being hit by, or to enable them to be hit by 5As like this. But yeah, this 5A will hit someone mashing 2A, which is, you know, the most common thing people mash. So it whiffs when you want it to whiff, and it kind of hits most of the time when you want it to hit, which is godlike. This 5A, the fact that it whiffs is godlike, and we'll talk about why later. 5B and 2B are like some of the best meaties in the whole video game. The hitboxes are quite nice. They're both 6-frame active. Hitbox in 5B is kind of whatever, but it does have a quite low hitbox, so if you push this out, if you put this out in neutral and someone tries to like hit you with a low kind of hitting move that has an extended hurt box, this move will fucking beat its ass. But 2B, you know, godlike also, oh god, I clicked a thing. Unless recovery too. -3, and like 6 frames active, so you can actually hit median, make it plus, and have some cool pressure. Although her pressure is not kind of centered around this kind of stuff, but it's definitely a nice tool to use. So 6 frames active, it's got like it really helps her kit in kind of punishing quite a lot of things that we will talk about later. But yeah, super active. 2A, 2B and 5B. And we have 5C. It's you know, for this kind of game, this might as well be like an Under Night normal, right? It does not really have, I think, a big hurt box on the chair. The normal version. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna zoom in on that. Yeah, you can kind of see that the chair does not really have a hurt box. You can see this can actually hit and tear, although this for like 1 or 2 active frames, so it's not advisable. This move also has a charged version where C-Hisui will just kind of go forward super far, and it actually does have an initial kind of hitbox that this one does not have. So this one hits like twice, this one's like 5 times or 3 times. The initial hitbox is actually kind of nice. It's essentially kind of a continuation of C-Hisui has hella actives that are hella good. It does not hit that low, but it's super active. It will stuff other buttons quite well. If this is done first, and then other buttons, you know, someone tries to kind of press into you, this will stuff the extended hurt boxes that are out before active, like, quite efficiently. So this is a pretty kind of, I don't want to say an oppressive neutral tool, but it's definitely, you know, you're at a mid-range. Okay, so he's like, here, what are you gonna worry about? This could like out footsie you, or she could like boop boop boop. It's quite nice. She also has 2C. Her 2C is fucking amazing. This whole water, like, it's her longest normal, I think, that is not charged 5C. The whole bit with the water does not have a hurt box. This thing is like 8 frames. This button is godlike. You can kind of pressure from like around here with like specials. You can pick up from combos from quite far away. You can like do extended pressure strings that kind of push you out, and then from here kind of threaten with it. Even though stuff, you know, they can jump out, but we'll talk about it. This is a godlike button. It's like also amazing for mashing out of pressure. Let's see, the hurt boxes, they just don't exist. Hurt boxes are not there. So quite a good poke. Very long recovery, but you can poke out of it. You can poke out of pressure with it. You can do quite a lot of stuff with it. I will get to it. Trust me, I say that a lot, but yeah, I don't wanna have too much information at the beginning. There's the command normals. There's 6B, it's like a launcher. And this is not really a good anti-air. It has big hurt boxes before it's active. Same with her 6C. Although it's quite long, like horizontally. Longer than it looks. Because the hitboxes are kind of broken. And she does kind of have a wreck after it, where the second hit can be an overhead if you charge it. Hitboxes are nice. This is mostly used like as an anti-jump, although she does have better anti-jumps. But yeah, you can't really see the pre-active hurt boxes, but essentially these buttons are like 6B and 6C are too slow and too committal to be used as anti-airs. So they're not really anti-airs. 6C is like an anti-jump or like a Rekka kind of thing. And 6B is a combo tool mostly. What else? Air normals. Jumping A is kind of standard. Much like every C and H moon jumping A, it's not an overhead. So if I make the enemy block, you can see it's not an overhead. Which actually kind of hurts Hisui, cause, well, her jumping B is a godlike, like, air-to-air that has a fall-off that you can't do much after. And her jumping C is like this, also kind of nice air-to-air, but like, you can kind of see that she kind of lacks, well, she also has a dive kick, but like, she kind of lacks non-committal jump-ins. Like Kohaku, Kohaku can just press jumping C, for instance, and like, here's a jump-in. Probably the best in the game. It's an unfair comparison, but like, Hisui kind of doesn't have those. You can kind of see her hitboxes. Jumping A, you know, doesn't hit that low. Jumping B kind of hits pretty low, but the unfortunate thing is it cannot be cancelled into other normals on block. It can only be cancelled into specials. It's not terrible, but on whiff, you're kind of dead. There is one thing that the wiki will not tell you, and that is that jumping BB will actually whiff cancel into jumping 236C. Thank you so much for the follow, the real Jans. Let me put this in unlimited. Something the Mizumi wiki doesn't know. The Illuminati knowledge. If you like really fuck up with this, you can really quickly whiff cancel it into jumping 236C. And you know, these are like some of her best tools, so that's quite nice, although quite committal, and you have to do it very early. Well, whatever. Something Mizumi doesn't want you to know. But yeah, so unfortunately, like, Hisui does not really have amazing air to ground with her normals, non-committal at least. But her air to air game is quite nice. This is her jumping C. She pulls out a table. Hitbox is quite big. She can charge it though, but due to the kind of charge startup it's not amazing, as you can see. Due to the recovery, come on. Due to the recovery, there isn't really time to do anything else. So the whole kind of point, like charge jumping C is more of a combo tool, or if you want to kind of do a single jump and just do it instantly, and then you put out a hitbox, and it's a kind of a hard read from like half screen away, but it's whatever. Jumping C itself is really fast. Instant jumping C is going to be one of your main combo tools, and unfortunately this game does not have a buffer for when leaving the ground and pressing a button, so you're actually gonna have to time it past jump startup. You're gonna have to like delay it a tiny bit, and it can be kind of difficult at first, more difficult than it might seem. But yeah, fast air button, really amazing air to air. Did we see the hitbox? The hitbox is fucking insane. Not so much this one, because this is a super committal thing, although you can kind of like go slowly into it to kind of try to frame trap in the air, kind of try to catch someone in the air that is like even right above you. So this one hits like quite good corners, but it's very committal. This thing is fucking godlike. The range is huge. The hurtbox, you know, You can look at the hurtbox and like, it's not amazing. No, like for an air button, this shit is godlike. Like look at the jumping C. And then look at the jumping B, like how much the hitbox kind of extends. That's the kind of game Melty is. It does have big hurtboxes around. Air moves in general. Kohaku excluded. But this button is godlike, and it reaches quite far. It reaches above her, which is super nice. So this will hit angles where some opponents might not be comfortable at. It's one of the best like air tours in the game, in my opinion. Jumping C is nice. Okay, we're done with her normals. So her specials is where the real kind of dirt begins. Being hypnotized by these frames, hell yeah. So we have the ya stuff, where she, you can kind of already see. So this is 2 through 6A, this is 2 through 6B. 2 through 6A is short, 2 through 6B is long. On their own, these are plus as fuck. This is plus 4. But I gotta match correctly. This is plus 4, which is quite nice. You can kind of threaten with it super far away, where like the last few hits hit, and then you'd like 2C if you have good timing. So this kind of plays really well with 2C, where you can kind of like harass with 2 through 6B from this range and then frame trap because you're plus 4. If the last hit connects. You can use the Samiri after air throw, I think, or just normal throw. Where's my quarter circles? Okay, some characters wake up faster than others, but whatever. I would not advise that you use this as a melee. Oh yeah, this is 2 through 6A, it's short, 2 through 6B. You can very much mix them up from kind of a range like this, and like kind of mix up between like 2C, this, and 2C. Like this into dash back in 2B, because in this game dash covers momentum, or like gives grounded buttons momentum. So actually that micro dash 2B is one of your best kind of re-entry tools, or pressure resets rather. Anyway, so this button is nice. What's nicer about this is that it has follow-ups. This is 2 through 6A, 2 through 6A. Well, there's an A follow-up. This is entirely a combo tool. It's super minus, don't use it. But this can, come on. This will give a hard knockdown, and it has quite big pushback, but it's very disadvantageous. Like, if you see when I jump like quite late. The 2 through 6 big follow-up is quite nicer. It's like the greatest anti-jump tool in the history of anti-jump tools, because the hitbox is insane and you can do it quite fast. So you see, I counter hit the 2A by just kind of doing instant 2 through 6A, 2 through 6B. This is a tool that I use that other Hisui players don't use, and they're missing out. Let's look at the hitbox real quick because it's fucking broken. Look at this hitbox. Look at this hitbox. This is the hitbox we're talking about. Super high, super forward. This is a godlike tool for catching jump outs. So can I set Kohaku to jump out? I cannot. But I promise you. Because, you know, from this range, like, you know, 2C is not a big of a threat. 2 to 6 something is not that big of a threat if they jump. They will kind of, you know, you're kind of doing your pressure strings and stuff like that, and they're gonna try to jump. You can like delay cancel into 2 through 6 8. through the 6P and catch them jumping, and it's fucking godlike. And you put her back to doing a move. Other special. So this is plus still. This is plus 4. Health plus is the A version. Look it up real quick. Sorry. I don't really use the A version in those kind of scenarios very much, but it's nice to know. The A version is -2. Okay, yeah, fair. Knew it. But this version is plus 4 if all of the hits connect. One thing in this game is that there's no buffer for... There's no buffer for normals, so yeah, this is super minus. There's no buffer for normals, so you can't. You're plus 4, but you actually have to press your buttons. Hey, Joy, what's up? Thanks so much for the raid. Hope you had a nice time. The thing with this game is that you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much. Let's fucking go. The thing with this game is that there's no buffer for normals, so you're plus 4, but you actually have to time your button. So sometimes you might kind of mess this up, and that's kind of the nature of, I guess, frame advantage in Melty in general. It's going to be very, yeah, the greatest character in Melty Blood history, so in general you kind of have to, like, frame advantage is kind of fuzzy in the sense that you really actually have to time that stuff, so this is neutral. That was a reverse beat, never mind. But yeah, you might be plus 4, but you still have to time your button. Kinda like, I don't know, Street Fighter 4. Anyway. Hell yeah, Joey, come check out the greatest character in Melty Blood history. Anyway, so, these are her, well, it's not really a reco, but it is essentially kind of like that kind of a mix-up, where the 2-6P will delay hit if you can delay it. And of course on its own, it's great. 2-6A will... Oh god, how do I make this? Whatever. Stop blocking. It will do a hard knockdown, which is not super long, unfortunately, so you don't actually want to do this hard knockdown. It's only useful to special cancel into T2C, which we'll talk about later. 2-6P version will actually launch for a full combo. Well, depending, but like, the launch is not amazing, but it will still launch. So that's nice. And we'll kind of talk about why, but C-Hisui kind of needs some specific, well, not necessarily specific launches, but her easier confirms into hard knockdown kind of needs specific launches. If you're too high up in the air, and this definitely puts you high up in the air, you can't really get a good hard knockdown. Unless you do a super difficult fucking combo that is not worth learning, and I have not, and I can't do it anymore. Anyway, so, other buttons. This is her 214A and the 214B. Oh right, sorry, 236C. Hold on. It's not 236C. 236C, if she does this and she does a launch. Oh my god, it fucking was it work. Anyway, so this super kind of sucks, don't use it. It's mostly useful in like some very specific OTG routes. So you see I did a hard knockdown with jumping, charge jumping C, and I can pick up with it, but it's not really worth it because it also, in order to jump cancel the second hit, you need to spend your jump cancel, and you only have one jump cancel in combos in this video game. Anyway, So it's mostly a combo tool and for combos that you don't want to do. So you will be getting 216 mostly as an accident for you instead of getting like a half circle. It's like you're trying to get a half circle and you got a quarter circle instead, and that's the accident. Like that's the only reason you'll do this super, because it fucking sucks. Anyway, so 214A, 214B. She will throw items at random. There's like 5 types of items, all traveling at different speeds, at different trajectories. There's a thing to this special move where if you hold a direction after you do the input, let me actually just show the input display also. Or if you hold a direction after the move, depending on the direction, you can get the same item forever. So this is 214A down. Probably the most useful one from 214A. This is... Okay, let's go to the other corner. Let's go to Brazil. This is 214A 6. Quite nice in pressure. Start blocking. As you can see, it kind of hits. It can like counter hit if they do late press. So from out to here, it's kind of nice to be able to kind of do this and just send. I'm messing this up, but just kind of send a book from max range. And from out there, it's kind of advantageous too. So if they're kind of respecting you, and you've just finished like a block string from super far away, book. You're plus again, you can go back in. What else? Yeah, so the biggest uses for 214A are, yeah, well, let's kind of just go through all the items. Down back throws lamp, it's not amazing. Down, 214A down throws the vase. This is quite possibly your best anti-air. This is gonna be like a bread and butter in general, because you can follow it. It kind of... Yellow vase is your friend. Yellow vase is your best friend. It like travels at a really uncomfortable arc that kind of shuts down a lot of air approaches. And on the ground, like it travels at a, you know, at a whatever. This is mostly, you know, covering air approaches, but it's quite nice. If you see them kind of like here-ish, at around like this height, this distance, you can be like, yoop. And they have to block it, they have to shield it, they have to kind of respond to it, because they're in the air. Well, I can air dodge, but I think there's any hope for PCL, not on launch. Nope. She's probably just gonna be, again, I think like, well, maybe, PCL was in the original. We have like 2 more characters to reveal. I think it's probably gonna be like narrow. Well, probably not narrow yet. I don't think they have that arc. Do they? I don't know. They have almost confirmed Roa. Like, might as well have been confirmed, and... I expect like Satsuki or something. I don't know. I think PCL is probably gonna be like a DLC. I think they're gonna be releasing characters, depending on... I think they're gonna be releasing characters depending on like, how they appear in the VN. And if the schedule of the VN is too slow, they're gonna have like some characters where they can be like, okay, yeah, we can kind of put them in like Powered CL or like Rugi, Yogi, and stuff like that. Anyway, the weapons thing, you have to realize that these are not people that are trying to kill each other. I think the part of the thing with their character designs kind of being normal people, quote unquote, and like not having weapons, that, you know, these are kind of like, these are fist fights essentially, for the most part. So like, yeah, kind of not having the black keys out all the time, I think that's fair enough, for instance, because, most of the time people, fights in this kind of universe, people are not kind of trying to kill each other unless it's like, I don't know, narrow. Stuff like that. Anyway. Bullshit. 214B will shoot 2 items at the same time. Those 2 items can actually be the same. You can see I launched what looked like 1 tray. That was actually 2 trays. This can also be manipulated with 214B 1 holding down back being like your greatest fucking neutral option, some of the most oppressive fucking bullshit you'll have ever seen, because it is slow to start up, so you do need space to start doing this, but if you do have the space, look at how much you're covering, right? They have this like tiny corridor here that they can't really do anything with. You're covering both ground and air approaches. You can like do this, jump behind your vase, you're in, or just run behind your stuff, you're in. Because they're scared of Book, and Book hits at a different timing than Vase, so they can shield Book and then get hit by Vase. This move isn't Tide Lumina, we're fucking golden. So this is 214B, this is the most kind of use that you'll get out of this move. This is the one the version that you'll be using the most. You hold down back after. The second most used version is you hold forward and it shoots a tray. 214A does not have a guaranteed tray. The tray is the one that goes full screen the fastest, so it does whiff and crouching, who cares? You'll mostly be using it to prevent the opponent from kind of zoning you or setting stuff up. Like if there's a CL on the other side of the screen and she's like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna do a thing. You like shoot a tray, it's on the fucking way and it's gonna do a shit ton of damage. And also Book, because of course it covers like also crouching options if you're close enough, From 1 you can get a lamp. It's not as fast as Trey. Trey is like fucking zooming. So this is the second most used version. And then the third most used version I think is down forward, but you won't really be using this. You can see this vase, blue vase, is also quite nice, but it does not really kind of deter as much of an aerial approach as this, but it kind of really does shut down the ground approach. It has a kind of an upper angle where it whiffs and crouchers in most ranges, but so it's not nearly as useful as Book or this thing or the combination of the two, but it's okay, it's not bad. So the ones that you'll be using the most are 214A, 214A down, as mostly an anti-air, kind of a reactive anti-air, which is fast and not that committal. 214B down back to shoot both this and the Book less reactively and more like, okay, I wish to control space and kind of go in. And then 214B forward to kind of play, to kind of deter kind of full screen bullshit, like, oh, Aoko is standing at full screen, setting up her pillow fort, you can just start shooting these and she has to kind of respond to you. But of course, like, you can't kind of zone from full screen the whole time with these because they can just shield them and it's free meter, but it is a deterrent. The 214C version, you cannot influence the items that this puts out. So, it's kind of not a very good super. The only niche use that it has is that it has lower body invuln. See if I can find it. they don't show it. Oh, okay. I should have had the frame display. But this will have lower body invulnerability, so if you know they try to hit you with like a... You see, I kind of just went through the 2A. That 2A is kind of just whiffing on me because of the lower body invul. It's quite nice, but it's not something to it's not something that lasts until the items come out, and it's not something to rely on. So the super is mostly a gimmick. There is a really nice gimmick with this though. Where let me set up this terrible thing. In this game, when multiple attacks connect on the same frame, the hitstun is added. You don't get like the hitstun of the first move that hit, or like the biggest hitstun. The hitstun is added. This is all hitstun. This is all fucking hitstun. So if you as a gimmick, as a joke, hit them with this, you have time to activate Blood Heat, go into the archive, and do a full fucking combo. You have time to walk back, activate so that it doesn't hit them. Blood Heat, big fucking super, full combo after. I'm messing it up, but you know, I haven't practiced with Blood Heat, but you can do it with Heat. It's not gonna work. Anyway, this is a kind of a gimmick. You should not rely on it, but not like a hard read, and you want to fucking destroy your opponent. Nope. Still in hitstun. And the rumors say she's been in hitstun ever since. What did I fuck up? Yeah, I fucked up this thing. Fucked up this thing. And of course, you know, if they block it, you're minus. So it's not an amazing super. Our ground supers in general not amazing. But yeah, so 623. Oh, others. I think I can turn off the input display now. 623. 623A is a pretty fucking big hitbox, but it's unsafe. So it will, and in general, end your pressure. For some of the top tiers that have huge ass buttons, that have like Under Night buttons and Melty Blood, you die. But that's a huge ass fucking button. The hitbox is insane. The hitbox is kind of insane. The hitbox is kind of insane. But of course it's oh, it's only -4, never mind. I don't know what to say. I don't use this very much in general. You mostly use it in as a knockdown, because it does do a knockdown. The second hit is a hard knock. Come on. Second hit's a hard knockdown. Not a lot of kind of tools that she has do a hard knockdown. She has like like one good way to get a hard knockdown after the combos, and it's this fucking move. And as you can see, it kind of doesn't hit that high up, so if you do want to get a hard knockdown, you do need to use this tool and kind of break them at a good height to use this tool. And we'll show combos later. Oh yeah, so 603B is an anti-air. It has upper body invuln. As you can see, it's the hitbox really oh god, yeah, the hitbox really fucking nice. But it is committal. But the startup is like 10 frames if we don't charge it. There's a charged version, we'll talk about it, but it's a committal anti-air, but it reaches so high up to where, you know, if you have kind of an idea of how of the timing of their approach, this can shut them down. And This is not like amazing on their hit on its own. They can recover, but if you hit counter hit, of course, as is with Melty Blood, and as it seems to be with Type Lumina also, they fall to the ground. So you can like do a combo. You know, combos and shit. We'll show combos later. But yeah, this is a good like counter hit tool. A good anti-air. If you charge it, it will leave a dust cloud that will remain for a while. The dust cloud is air blockable. But it will just fucking destroy air approaches. I mean, you know, they can block, but they kind of help us after. So you're gonna blockable them quite easily with like something like let me set this up again, please. Gods of Melty Blood. Gods of Melty Blood. You can unblockable them because ground moves are air unblockable in this video game. You can unblockable set up after quite easily with something like 60, something like that. So it's quite nice. If you have this out, you essentially deter all air approaches for a while. What's useful is that you can whiff cancel this into super. And she has like one good grounded super that she can really whiff cancel this into, and that's 63C. This thing comes out in 3 frames. This is your best reversal, even though it is not actually invulnerable, but they will need to have a button on you in order for this to actually do anything or like kind of stuff your reversal. They need to have a button on you after the super flash ends. Otherwise, the dust comes out. And this is her best motherfucking super, one of the greatest supers in this whole video game. It's due to it that C-Hisui has such good pressure, has such good like pressure resets rather. It's super good utility. It's a decent reversal. It kind of trades, you know, invuln, so it's not safe to meaties, but it is safe otherwise. So if they block it, or if, you know, you do it, don't get hit, in general, you're not just safe, you generally will have the advantage. And I looked away and then suddenly C-Hisui. So even if it's not meaty safe, you can kind of do it after they're meaty, and literally kind of any gap in their pressure, smash this thing out. If there's a literal like 2-frame gap in their pressure, this thing will come out, and it's your pressure now. They thought it was their pressure, it is now your pressure. And of course, she can special cancel into this from a lot of things super late. Whoops, you pressed the button. Whoops, you pressed the button. Whoops, you pressed the button. It's like, it's fucking insane. Like you're spending so much time, you know, with shit like this. Like, oh, I'm your mental guard bar. I'm deteriorating your mental guard bar, and now you want to press. I'm gonna do this super late. No, it's time to press. No, it's not. It is not time to press. Or is it time to jump? This thing. I mean, You know, is it time that does Cloud gives you anxiety? That's the whole point. Is it time to jump? This will fuck up jumps. Why? Check this out. Unblockable setups. I have force counter hit on. So the first hit, you know, will not actually, like, you know, it's not air unblockable in any way. But air unblockable setups, they're stuck in block stun. Your grounded normals are unblockable. So at any point during your pressure, you can just do this and reset the whole situation. Your pressure tools are like, let's make her block. You're gonna stay blocking? Sure. Your pressure tools are, you know, like rebeats. This is +4. This is, I think, +4 in rebeat. But like, like I said, sorry, frame advantage in Melty Blood is very kind of fuzzy still because of the lack of an input buffer. So you might be +4, but you still have to time stuff. And the person on the defending side also has to time stuff. But in general, your pressure is like, this is +4, so you kind of hit me with it at a lot of ranges. Why am I coughing so much? What? Sorry, I have returned. My throat decided to stop working. Okay, so, but you can threaten with this stuff from here. It's very oppressive. If they try to jump out, just finish the thing, and just finish the thing with 236 beam. Godly. You can threaten with repeats. You can threaten with repeats into redashes. Yeah, it's a huge amount of options. So you can threaten with repeats into dash back in. You can threaten if they're looking for the repeat. One thing in this game is that you can whiff cancel your A buttons. The way they made the A buttons chain is that you can cancel them on whiff. You can cancel the recovery and whiff into anything else. So if they're looking for a repeat, you can whiff cancel your rebate into something else, including specials. So they're like, oh, I saw a rebeat. Nope. They got hit at this point if they press the button. You have rebate into like 5C. 5C will get you back in from here. It's not amazing at catching jump outs because you can't really get that much reward out of it unless you're ready. But 5C from around here is a huge threat. You can like 5C, reverse beat the first hit. Sorry, 5C reverse beat the second hit, dash up throw. 5C reverse beat the third hit. 2C into 236 something. Blah blah blah. Lots of pressure options. And at the end of those options, if nothing works, you know, if you have, you know, exhausted your 2A and 5A rebates, you don't have anything, you're canceling the specials now, and you do something like this, or you do like both into this, and you don't have an A rebate left, that will be good enough. 603C. Just reset the whole situation. And you can do it super delayed. Literally at any point of the recovery, you will just do 603C and you're back, baby. You're back doing pressure. You ran out of options and you 603C. You're plus as fuck. I'm back in. So it's probably the best use of your meter to use 603C. It's fucking godlike. There is not enough good things that I can say about this. It will just like help you immensely, both in offense and in defense. It is super fast. It is your own little Aegis Reflector. Can I say Aegis Reflector? Yeah, you can do this shit in this game too. And that's a combo actually. Let's do the combo. I messed it up, but you kind of get the idea. Lots of damage, even before you launch. Whatever. My hands are not combo friendly at this point, but you're gonna get the idea. It's kind of nice. Even mid-screen, it can kind of deter a lot of things. So they're like, oh, I'm gonna backdash. No, you won't. And shit like that, you know, it stays out there forever. It does like 5 hits, I think? 4 hits, okay. That's like 4 hits. Quite nice. Quite nice. This is your best use of meter. You should use this all the fucking time. Either this or like, you know, heat. Because you don't have a reversal. Oh, blood heat. Let's just go here. Anyway, yeah, like heat or max or something, you know, like just like this and heat are essentially your reversals. Okay, so that's it for 6 to 3. Then we have the bentos. You can have up to 2 on the screen. 2 to A will put one next to you. 2 to B will put one quite further out. You will usually use the one that's next to you, but if someone gives you too much space, you can kind of like, you know, kind of walk them up. And it's like, oh, okay, what are you gonna do? So these ones explode after they come in contact with a hurt box for a bit. The thing with those is that you can oops. You can oh no. You can jump in and out. Although the explosion might catch you. But you do have time to it is kind of a delayed detonation, so you can see I have kind of time to Kohaku has time to kind of land correctly and block and just be in general just be okay. They do need the opponent's hurt box, so if you put this down, it will stay down for a bit until it's activated, and then oh, this is off screen by the way, and it's still gonna explode. Oh yeah, they do need contact with the enemy's hurt box, so if the opponent is, I think, invuln, they won't show up. Stuff like that. But in general, this is the backbone of her Okizeme. If you do a hard knockdown with 6 to 3A, or if you throw, you can put down a bento. It's off screen. It will still explode. So, let's put everything together. I will talk about jumping 236, and then I'll talk about the Okizeme, the game plans, and all that shit. But let's talk about jumping 236. Much like her grounded 236 series, disgustingly underrated option. Look at these hitboxes. Look at these hitboxes real quick. Hey, DJ Cream 13, hello. Look at these hitboxes real quick. I said previously that Hisui does not really have good jump-ins that are non-committal. This is kind of the option that is a bit more committal. It's a godlike fucking jump-in. It's not really jump-in, but it's a godlike air-to-ground option. First of all, well, okay, so 236A is short, 236B is long. 236A has shorter startup, but this shit is plus as fuck. It is plus as all fuck. from all sorts of heights. Let's recover A. You wouldn't think that's plus, but from that height it's not, but from here, airtight. From here, plus as fuck. From there, it fucking trades. Of course, it matters when I press the thing. I have to like go kind of through landing recovery, but 236B lasts for longer, so from even higher, plus as all fuck. And you can TK these and be an absolute fucking nightmare. TK into 2C. That's a frame trap. And you can, if you hit with these, you can easily confirm into a combo from a lot of heights. Let me roll card. It's plus enough to just give you a combo. Even from I think like not from there. 236B from here, combo, full combo, we're all Gucci. If you don't get a good enough, like if you go from here, right, you're kind of gonna get fucked. Cause from there you just have enough time to kind of line the block. You can confirm into jumping 236C for a full pickup. Jumping 236C is the EX version. It is an immensely privileged air super. And why would I say that? It's because it is invuln until the frame is active. So at worst, this option will trade. If you're at an air scramble and you're like, fuck, I don't got shit to do and stuff like that, or if someone tries to meet you air to air, if you want to avoid an air scramble in a kind of a safe kind of way, you do this. It is motherfucking invuln until active. Oh yeah, C-Tono jumping to C. Thank you so much for the follow, DJ Cream. Sugoi. It is part of why C-Tono 2C is good is because it's invuln. There's not a lot of supers. I mean, Nick, I told you about J2C like the other day. But yeah, the air supers being invuln in this game is kind of insane. And not only that, I mean, you know, Tono J2C is literally like the Giovanna super, where he's kind of like, if he hits you in the air, he's gonna be plus. I don't remember if, hey Vento, he hits you on the ground. I don't remember if it's plus. I don't think it's plus. But it is one shield, so you can react to the super flash and shield it and stuff like that. And also, I think if you block it on the ground, it's not plus. Let's go through these one by one. If you block this thing on the ground, airtight. I can mash 2B and you get hit. I can mash 5B and you get hit. This shit, no matter the height, plus as fuck. And look at the fucking hitbox too. Look at the cursed hitbox of both jumping 236A and B and the EX version. Look at these hitboxes. They're fucking insane. Her safest, absolute, one of the safest fucking meanies in this game is like just this. You can just go through, you can go through DPs with this because it is so fucking like, there's no hurt box. This is criminally underrated. It's plus as fuck from so many ranges. Look! I'm plus! It's insane. And jumping 236A, kind of same thing. You can, if you get like a hit from here where they're trying to kind of anti-air you, and of course because this has no hurt box, it will fuck up anti-airs. Like someone tries to anti-air 5A you, they're like you, and if you hit them, convert. If you don't hit them, you can go get down safely with jumping 236C at any point. Jumping 236C is broken. Jumping 236X in general is broken. after, but that jumping through the series in general, broken as all fuck. And I think more people should use them. Jumping through their 6A in general is a good kind of option from wherever as a kind of way to threaten grounded opponents or opponents that are below you. It's super fast. You can like block something in the air and then do this. That's something I do quite a bit. Someone will kind of try to meet me with an C-Hisui also builds so much meter because of these. Look, these multi-hits build so much fucking meter. She's very meter reliant, but she generates that meter. So anyway, broken as fuck. Broken as all fuck. You can like block something in the air and then jump into their 6A and you're a plus. Or like you block something in the air, they land. You stay on the fucking air and you do like a jump into their 6B. You're now fucking plus as fuck on the ground. It's godlike. Because it holds her momentum too, so like you create a scramble out of blocking something in the air and them landing. You create a scramble out of like them trying to counter you because it's so bad, like there's no hurt box. This move is insanely good. Much like rounded Junior 6X, which is +4. And like this shit, like the instant anti-air bullshit. These are criminally underused, I think. Both these and how broken this is, like the instant, like 2-6A, 2-6B, as fast as possible. As a pressure reset, as an anti-jump, as a neutral duel. Both of these are godlike. Anyway, enough about me gushing about this shit, and kinda let's talk about, oh, I guess her combo game. This is somewhere where am I winning? I'm always winning. This is somewhere where she's a bit, more inconsistent than other characters. Like I said, she needs, a 6-3A to, when you're about to get car broken, yeah, extra make it, yeah, like at any point where you think like, you're gonna enter a scramble that's not in your favor. Jumping to their EX, jumping to their 6C. It's godlike. It's involuntary act. At worst, it will counter hit trade, and they will land like end ground tech a bit earlier than you, because it pops them up too. It's super nice. So, like we said, this is kind of her best knockdown because it allows her to put down a bento, and also I will jump to kind of show you how plus she is after putting out a bento. So you can see kind of she does have room to do stuff. 2-6A, 2-6A is another, but you can see I don't have time to put down a bento. So this is her 6-3A is 100% her best knockdown tool, and unfortunately she has a difficult time kind of reaching it. She does not have a good way to get a hard knockdown with any of her air tools. So this is her jumping BB. It can be ground teched. So let me disable ground teching so that the default kind of behavior is the double bounce. They can either ground tech the first bounce or the second bounce. You saw the first bounce recovery, or they can tech the second bounce. If you tech the second bounce, you die though, so don't do that. But the first bounce can be teched. Of course, ground techs in this game are vulnerable. If I hit her and it's not a counter, that means I have hit the recovery. Oh no. Yeah, so this was on a counter. She's doing like a 5A on wake up. So I hit her, it's not a counter. That is because the ground tech recovery itself is vulnerable to being hit. But forward tech and back tech have different timings. There are option selects that kind of cover a bunch of options, but it's kind of difficult to cover all options from stray hits, like a stray air counter hit, for instance, and stuff like that. She can also end with like air throw, but you can also round kick the air throw. And from here, I don't think you can cover all the options. If they do like a back recover, you can cover like forward and neutral at the same time, but not forward, both that and also back. So that's back. That's towards you is forward. You can set it to random. I think you can like do a micro dash. It's like, and like, oh, but it's really difficult. You can see kind of the whole interaction is really fast. So from air throw, you kind of have to guess. But this is kind of where her really active 2C, 2B, and 5B kind of come into play. These buttons are 6 frame active. You can like dash and put this out, and they will recover right into it. Oh no. Okay, let me do back. Back air recovery. Ground recovery. They will recover right the fuck into it. Oh my god. And as you can see also, the air throw ender, actually it switches sides. God, I'm not used to doing like dumb mini combos instead of the regular combos. But yeah, as you can see, kind of the air throw ender also switches sides, which is generally a bad thing because Hisui has good corner carry. So even if you start a combo from here, you will generally be like around here and then switch sides. Not amazing. She does have a really difficult mid-screen route that I can do it. It's kind of weird to kind of get the final height right. My hands! My hands! Anyway, she does have a kind of a difficult mid-screen route that does let her end with jumping with 6-3. I can't do it right now. I haven't practiced it in a long time, but whatever. So in general, Hisui is pretty good at kind of in the corner catching, in the corner kind of getting good reward out of her tech catches and out of her, and kind of she's able to get a good knockdown. Mid-screen, you kind of need some harder routes if you want to get a knockdown, and that really kind of hurts her to where if you get a hit from like here, you're kind of gonna need a hard route to get in place to get here and also do a knockdown. So that's her kind of big problem. In mid-screen, she either has to end with like jumping BB or air throw. Both of them have their disadvantages. In the corner, she can tech chase jumping BB very well. In mid-screen, it's kind of sends them on the other side of the screen. You can't really tech catch that well unless they decide to like tech towards you for no reason. But that's kind of her biggest weakness. She can't really get good knockdowns mid-screen. Okay, so let's go into the combos. Her combos are cool as fuck. In her corner, she does this kind of loop. that if you see kind of puts Kohaku, sorry, if you see kind of puts Kohaku at a good height for 6-3A. Her mid-screen combo, I can't really show it, but it's kind of the same way. She does use a bunch of dashing and a bunch of like and jumping to 6A in order to kind of get it to the right height and distance. What I do is suboptimal. There's a better ender. But don't worry about it. Oh yeah, mid-screen she kinda needs like a more difficult route to get that kind of stuff, but in the corner, she will fuck you up. So, her kind of game plan after the combo, right? If you're in the corner and you have to end with like jumping PB, you essentially wanna tech chase, which can be difficult. You kind of need... there's a lot of practice that needs to go into it because... First of all, there's no buffer in this game again, so you have to time your button very well for when you're on the ground. You have to time it so that it hits them... If they neutral tech, you have to time it so that it hits them when they land. Essentially, the OS is like, you 2A whiff cancel 2C. And it will hit like both timings if you do it right. Or whip cancel 2B, I don't remember. But you see I did the 2A too late there. You kind of need a specific kind of height, you kind of need a specific kind of like it's like very finicky, depending on like the velocity at which you are. Like, if I do it while rising, you can kind of see that my upwards are kind of continuous. If I do it while I'm falling, I fall kind of faster. It's kind of whack. It kind of needs a lot of intuition. And that's unfortunately his biggest weakness, not being able to kind of get a consistent overhead from a lot of straight hits and from like mid-screen stuff that's not optimal. But I don't know, just learn the optimal routes. Okizama. If you don't get a hard knockdown, what can you do? I don't know, throw more shit. Throw 2 on heavy, down back. Anyway, so corner Oki is where she really shines. So she will do this full ass combo. And put a bento down, which will explode like maybe like half a second after they wake up. But you're plus. Like you can meet them, of course. Oops. So you're absolutely like, even after this and setting up the bento, you absolutely have control of the situation. So let's talk about the kind of bullshit that she can do from that. Let's turn off the recovery. And let's, you know, you're waking up. What do you want to do? Of course you wanna pop. Oops. Your first instinct is to hold down back. C-Hisui uses the fact that her 5A whiffs on crushing opponents, and the fact that you can whiff cancel your 5A into anything, including throw, for some insanely bullshit Okizame. So, this is the Okizame. You put down a bento, and then meaty 5A throw. What options does this cover? Okay. Obviously, this covers options where they're doing nothing. They're sitting and blocking. This will cover, I don't think I can make her... I can make her... Oh, hell yeah. I think I can make her, dodge. Oh god, she has a fucking... Anyway. Yeah, I forgot she has a, like, moving dodge. She has this. It will cover dodge. It will cover jump outs, because if you hit the meaty and do the, oops. Let me actually show my input display also and go to the other corner. Let's go. Again, the input is this. You can see it. This same input will turn into 5A. You can whiff cancel. Whoops. You can whiff cancel your 5A into throw, but you cannot you cannot cancel it if it hits or if they block. So if they try to jump out. Oops, sorry. Oh my lord, please. Oh no. Ugh. I'll just set this up the old-fashioned way. If they try to jump, you will... I pressed in between the buttons. You will 5A her in the air, and you can like kind of mix up what you do after to kind of catch a lot of things. I 5'8" her in the air, which means I didn't do it meaty. If you do it meaty, you will essentially catch them here, and you can like, you know, add a B and a C in the input to kind of continue the combo, which will of course be, you know, do nothing during the throw animation. But you can do this. And if I do this input while she's crouching, nothing will come out. So I can do this like a full combo if she jumps, if she like tries to press the button, if she jumps, if she crouches, if whatever, except reversals and shields. I did not include pressing buttons because remember 5A hits 2A 2A increases your 2A heightens your hurt box. So if she recovers, so she like does a wake up 5A, wake up mash, my 5A will actually hit her. And the throw itself leads into more of this. See, I hit her. You know? Bullshit. Like, she can't mash. Oh, you're like, okay, maybe she can mash like 2B. Okay, let's mash 2B. Yeah, of course I don't hit her, but check out this fucking bento. The bento is still in the way. It might be off screen, but it will fucking kill you. Oh no. Let's do something with more recovery. Recover C. And like, you know, they're gonna mash 2B and then they're gonna press C. They're gonna do something. Oh no, I got mashed. When like they get hit most of the time. This one kind of moved her forward, so it's whatever. But you can still meaty. You have so many options. If you think they're gonna do like an option that will beat yours, like if they can stand block and then kind of avoid that, but you're still plus because you did 5A, 5A, and now they block the bento, so you can dash back in. It's like if I make them stand block. Oh, not this. Oh, I said block. You're stand blocking. You blocked the fucking bento. I can just dash back in. I have the kind of safety behind me that I need to destroy you. So, this will catch you jumping out, you pressing a button on the ground, you like just doing nothing, blocking. It will not catch shielding, but if they have to shield, they have to do something. If they're F-Moon, I think they can do their 6D and go through the bento explosion. For anyone else, they gotta do something. It will not catch reversals, and it will not catch. That's it. They have to shield, they have to tech the throw late, or they have to reversal you. Now we have more OSs for anti-reversal. Does Kohaku have a reversal? Does C-Kohaku have a reversal? I think around like 236A, 236C is something. Let's do fucking heat. Everyone has a reversal. What the fuck am I thinking about? But I can't make her. Fuck. Damn. Okay, I will character select into double Hisui, and I will do this on the other side. And it's gonna be hell, but trust me, it's good. Cool. So you can't tell which one is which. Anyway, so one other kind of option for OSing is that you can whiff cancel your A buttons into shield. So if you see like but not special but not like, you know, do that on block. So I'm pressing shield, but if I block, but if like my move is blocked, it doesn't work. So I can kind of meaty 2A into like 5B, and if the 2A whiffs, which means they have done a reversal, I can shield the reversal, and I can do like you see, okay, let me turn the input display back on because this is ridiculous. If I press B and D, C and D, A and D, shield come out, shield come out. So I can do 2A and then press 5B and D at the same time. If it gets blocked, I do a thing. If it doesn't get blocked, oh no, I shielded. I can OS my 2A against my meaty 2A against reversals with this shit. And most characters can do this. This is not exclusive to Hisui. But Hisui has a bento behind everything. So if even if you don't hit your meaty perfectly, or even if something happens, even if I do something weird, the bento will fucking explode and will give you a free pressure reset. The bento is your friend. I didn't say bento, please, I can't speak. Bento exploded. So she does have quite a lot of options for just about every situation. Oh no, Kizama, with the help of bento. She's godlike. This is broken. This will destroy wake up shield, or sorry, wake up heat activation, all that good stuff. And of course, you know, if they don't do reversals, if they're scared because of this option select, you can now start running a fucking throw game. Whoops. And the throw game leads into itself. The throw game leads into itself. The good thing about it is, right, look at how little kind of damage the throw. Well, I should turn on the damage display. Yay. damage, 850. 921. The bento actually explodes and adds damage to the throw. It's not a lot of damage, but it does add the damage. So you're doing about like a bit less than 1,000 damage on every one of those throws, and this damage will kind of start adding up. It's not like a kind of a winning situation. You have to like guess. Not really guess. You have to kind of do this quite a bit to make a difference, but you're in such an overwhelming advantage in this whole situation. They have to take risks to get out. Even if they tag, they get hit by the bento. Not hit, but they have to fucking block the bento. I get it, bento, I know. But I really cannot fucking speak. So, let's tech throw. Okay. Block the fucking thing. Let's you still have to fucking block the bento. You still have to block it. I just like slur my speech randomly because I'm tired all the time. They can like late tag, who cares? Let me make them not block real quick. In that bit, they don't have to block the bento if they super late tag. But whoops. If they're mashing like throw tech, you got them. You got them good. But yes, but they specifically have to late tech the whole thing, and the late frame is like the latest frame at which they can tech. So like this training option like makes them specifically tech the throw at the latest frame they can. Hey, so this is history kind of the fucking Okizeme is strong as fuck. This will cover so many options. It's kind of a thing that like super like forces them to kind of take a risk to kind of get out. Or late tech. Super late. Lol, Okizeme. Like super late tech in order to avoid the bento and like reset to neutral. Or reversal and like get like what? Damage of 2 throws and not really much else. Like their options are not great. They can't mash. In most cases. They can't like get a lot of damage off of you for kind of getting out of the setup unless they like shield. Chat is 0. Of course they got it. It's a setting. But yeah, they have to like shield, they have to risk shit, and when they start risking shit, they're like, whoops, okay, I'm gonna needy 2v instead, or I'm gonna just go in and walk back and watch them fucking tag and watch the bento explode. The bento is a huge part that not only enables kind of this OS to be nice, because it like deters mashing, but any other kind of Okizeme, it will make it fucking amazing. You're like, whoops, backdash. Bento explodes, I'm plus, I can go back in. It's insane. It's just fucking insane. So her Okizeme is... While it's more risky than the top tiers, like the top tiers can just fucking put a hitbox on you that you have to block or you die, and then run a mix on you that you might die. Hisui kind of just gets a throw. She does not have amazing mix. But the way she gets all that is fucking nice. She has to work hard but in a very cool way. Unfortunately, her mix in general is kind of weak. You might see from other characters like the double overheads, but she really can't. This is like the best she does, but it's not great. And it requires you to hit like jumping C at the height where if they just crouch they wouldn't get hit by. And it's kind of tight also. So other characters can like just force like on landing just have to like 2 hitboxes on you. They're like, yeah, double overhead, block this shit, and then like air dash cancel the second one and all that bullshit. Hisui kinda, because the jumping A's are not overheads in this video game, she kinda has trouble putting a mix-up on you. She does have the Rekka, the overhead here, but you can't cancel it into a normal super late. This is the latest you can, more or less. And like you can really, it's not the same timing. You can really fuzzy the low and the high. You can also really delay the high. So you can like let this recover and then 2A, but it kinda sucks. So this is not amazing mix. Let me take this thing out too. So yeah, throw is mostly like some of her best mix that she can do with 5A, the twist and crouching opponents. This is not very real. Low versus high, you can fuzzy the fuck out of it. What else? Oh, some other things. Some miscellaneous things. Jumping 6B. Some of the best bullshit in this fucking video game. You can, it doesn't have a hit on its own, but it puts out a dust cloud that covers a bunch of space. And you can just kind of do it on your way down. Super non-committal. You can do it as Okizama. Actually. And this will hit them on the Oreko. Don't remember how to time it though. Add some way. There it is. So you can do this and like, since this has a delay, you can like OS a late throw. So if they stay there, they get thrown. If they block, or if they okay, let me break down the OS. You do this, and on the ground, you hold back for a bit and then throw. So you put down a hitbox that will counter hit them. If they do something, you block reversals and then you throw them. It's very finicky. I have not practiced it, but I made it up. I made it up and then forgot about it. But you can do pretty good Oki with this, but it still kind of leads to throw, and I prefer the bento. Where did the music go? Let's fucking go. Oh, this is gonna get fucked on YouTube actually. Let me put this one. Okay. Okay, this is quite nice Oki. I prefer the bento, but in general this is really good as a kind of retreating tool, where you will put some shit down, or like, you know, if they respect you too much, you can land with this and then run bullshit and kind of bait the counter hits. This active hitbox will fucking counter hit people out of their air buttons all fucking day. So as a retreating tool, it's super nice. You know, you're gonna like do this, or you can do something that hits super late. Because, you know, if they're chasing you, they're gonna be at you a bit later. You're like, whoop. And then they're gonna like land with an air button, and whoops, death. I have to sneeze. Oh fuck. Okay, I will live with this pain. She has another button. This watering can that has been confirmed for Type Luna. It's fucking whack, is what it is. It is. Let me. Let me. Yeah, just normal meter. This thing hits slow, first of all. And it drains meter. It's fucking wild. And it's not very fast, but if you have like a human that does like 2C, super delay 2C, this will actually hit quite far enough to actually like kind of interrupt some pressure from some characters. It's not a good tool for it, but it will do that. And drain some meter. And you can confirm it with C-Hisui. This is like the only good thing C-Hisui can do. Like confirm off of an accidental to 4B. 4B you will mostly press by accident, but it does have its uses. And it's for like kind of grounded pressure characters from super far away, but it's still very slow. You should still use 2C instead. Like the range difference is not huge. Well, it kind of is, but you know. In the grand scheme of things. This is a very situational button that don't use too much. But this is godlike. Use jumping 6B all the fucking time. Put shit on the screen. In general, your game plan for mid-screen is to put shit on the screen that allows you to go in. Or if someone is a super heavy rushdown character, the shit on the screen can just defend you from it. Like you can use the shit on the screen both to go in and to keep someone out. It's quite nice. So you can definitely adjust how you play depending on the opponent character and their kind of playstyle and stuff. So your in general thing is like to be disruptive by putting shit on the screen. You're not a traditional zoner because these options are generally pretty slow. You see, this takes a long time to come out. If there's like a CL on the other side of of this room, it's gonna be like slow. Like the black keys will reach you before like this shit does. So you can be interrupted more than you can interrupt people with these, but they're still nice. So yeah, we've talked about the combo game, Okizame, knockdowns, combo stuff, buttons. What else is there to talk about? Ooh! Last thing, the cherry on top. Her art drive. You can hold this. It will only be released at a specific part of like the hand animation. But this is the best, or this is like the second best art drive in the whole game, I think. Second to like Hime. Because Hime is, you know, at full screen, just fuck you at any point. You're almost guaranteed to get your meter emptied. Hers is like top 1. I think this is top 2. Oh, not blood heat, please. Just throw dust. Reset your pressure with dust. And you know, use these things. Use these tools to control the neutral, all that bullshit. She has really good tools. Okay. Last thing is the just two mechas. Is the art drive. I'm gonna release the button about here. Bad timing. I'm gonna release the button about here. you can see there's kind of a delay. I'll show in the input display. But there's kind of a delay. You can only like release this at a certain part. You see I released it and then it got released like later. It can only be released like when at a certain point of like the circle. You can see I released it there and like it released after like a second. So holding it is not amazing all the time. There is a slight difference between not holding at all and holding holding for a pod. This is what I said. You will want to get archive 2360 is mostly like a failed archive. So releasing instantly and like releasing after a bit, you can kind of have like minor timing variations early on to help you because the Super Flash ends super close at a point where you can release it. I'm missing it, but there's a difference between like instant release and like just hold for a tiny bit and then release. But whatever. Why is this thing so good? Okay. First thing. It's plus and it's invulnerable, which is quite nice. You activate, you're like, oh, not the Bluetooth version. You activate, whatever. It is plus. Plus it's all fuck. And it is invulnerable, so if they try to hit you and all that shit, if we do recover, see. I go through. And you know, it's plus. That's already quite nice. A few more fucking details about it that are bullshit. Enemies set to all guard. Let me have them shield. Yeah. Please shield? What the fuck? Oh, the recovery. Is that the recovery? Having you shield. Can you what the fuck? Wait a second. Shield all attacks. Should you just mess this up? What the fuck? Can you shield? Okay, I'll have the other Hisui do this to me. And I'll try to shield. Unshieldable. This thing is unshieldable. For some reason. Oh, now you're shielding. For real? Okay. She's trying to shield. Unshieldable. It's over. What else? Well, okay. Let's all guard in the air. She's now blocking. Air unblockable, unshieldable, and air unblockable. This thing is an unshieldable, air unblockable, invulnerable, plus unblocked fucking orb. It gets even better than this. How? Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna start recording. Sorry, I'm just gonna record jumping forward. Jumping forward. Exciting times. And then just tell me recording. Autocorrects to face where your opponent is. This fucking thing! Motherfucking autocorrects! autocorrect. Let's count down. Let's fucking count the properties. Awesome block, invulnerable, unshieldable, air unblockable, and autocorrects. One good setup that I tend to use after I let's do this. One good setup that I use like in general, because C-Hisui relies so much on heat activation for her shit, is like oh, reset. Where's reset? Which one's the reset button? Oh, right. Okay. People tend to either forward or back over here. Let me oh, I'm in here and you can do this, or if they generally back recover. Come on. You can like dash up, make them block this thing, and then whiff cancel into this. In general, like just completely fucking them up. Completely fucking up their options. Let's do forward. Slam here. Oh god. Okay. No! Why is it so much easier to pull off in like real matches? Where is my timing? They would block this or get hit by it. And they land on this fucking thing. If I make her block, she is blocking. Oh, that actually hurt. Shit, okay. And I messed this up, of course, but it's quite nice. Setup. Really? Okay. She blocks, air unblockable, which I did late, but you know, like, they will air tech, they will be forced into a specific kind of place to land, and then you fuck them up with the arc drive. Yay, because it's air unblockable, and you can just set it up after an air tech very well. They have to neutral tech after a heat for this to not work. To not work as advertised, but even if they do, you still have the threat of if they neutral tech, nope. You still have the threat of like oh, fuck you. Into like a whiff cancel. And you're still kind of threatening if they try to jump. It does threatens them. If they don't, you know, you're staying here. They can dodge it. Its biggest weakness is that you can spot dodge it. Some moons just can't spot dodge though. So you just kind of have to deal with it. I feel like I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff, but I think this is good enough overview to kind of start going into the trailer for Type Lumino and kind of seeing the differences and everything. Oh, can I try to do the swag combo? Let me try it. I have not tried it. You have like a combo that goes something like It does some bullshit like this. I believe it's gonna be a being type Lumina. Having seen the trailer, shit like that. Anyway. Let's go.